Clear? To resume the recording. Okay. Reports and dashboards. What is a report? You have seen that list views, right? Means I've already told you that whenever you want to fetch the data from the object and display here in different conditions, what you can do is you can create a new list view here. That is list views. The same way, if you want to export the data, let's say here in the list view, you can see all the data, but you cannot export that. So export means you can download those data into CSV file or somewhere. For that, you have this report. Okay. So how the reports will be there? Let me show you. Okay. Reports can be built on any custom object or any standard object as well. Let me say this. I need to get the training report, or let's say customer reports. We can do is customers, and then create. Here, see this, all the fields will be available here. Okay, you can just drag and drop. If you want somewhere else also, you can drag and drop the fields. Okay, customer E, what are the fields you need? Then there are some filters. Okay, so the filters are like this one, conditions. What conditions you have to give? Then there is row limit. How many records you have to get the records from the object. Cross object filters will see later. Now here, show my customers means whatever the records you are having access, those records only will be resulted in the report, or you can say this all customers. Okay. Then here the conditions you can say this whenever you want, if you want a condition like add filter, say country equals to whatever the country, those records will be retrieved from the database. You can remove. Okay. Now, once you are ready with the report, just click on Run Report. Okay, like this one. Here also, you can run the report. You can schedule the future runs, means in future also you can get it. And then customize, save as, export details. See this export. So which format you need? CSV format, Excel format. Okay, let's say I need Excel format. You can download it. From list view, you cannot download that. Okay, this is how this report can be downloaded. Okay, 1 point back. So, right, so just go ahead and customize this. So there are four kind of reports: tabular report, summary, matrix, joint report. Tabular reports is nothing but just it shows in the this format like rows and columns. There will be no special effect on this one. Okay, and other report is summary report. Summary report means you can use any field. Let's say based on the country you need to display. First, let's say India is there. All India record should be here. and US record should be separated, something like. Then you can go for summary report. You have to drag and drop a summary field as well. Just say this country. Without country, there are these many records. 1, 2, 4 records are there. Perfect. 5 records are there. Okay. So without country, 5 records. Country India, we have 1 record. Country US, we have 2 records. This is called summarize. Apart from that, if you want with the products also, drag and drop. This is how it comes. The country, this many there, but the product also that will be displayed. Product P2 is here. Product without product 6, 1 record is there. Customer 6, and US products with there is product and it's having. Okay. Now this is how the summary. Okay. Then this just drag and drop it. And another thing is you can preview it, but you can add a chart here. Chart means how it should be. See, so it looks like this one. Out of the 100%, what will be there? So here, third country, these many records are there. Color US in the this. You can add chart. So here, formatting also say this. Show labels, it card count and others. Show values. How many records are there? 4 without country, 5 records are there. With India, 1 record is there. With US, 2 and show percent large or extra. Okay, and add this chart. Chart will be. So this is how can
Shruti, recording is paused, I think.
how the report we can add chart to the and let's delete. For tabular report, you will not be able to add the chart. Okay, this is one thing. And then, what is a matrix report? As might have seen that what is a matrix, rows and columns. So just now summarized with only one type of fields like a country, same order, not in the rows and columns. But here, if you want to have this based on the type and based on the say based on so this one for SFDC training, these are the records are there. Okay, and again based on the type, say country, drag and drop here. Okay, for without country, these many records are there. With the without email, these many records are there. With this email, so it looks like. Okay, so with the rows and columns, you can have some other fields also to summarize. Okay, this is matrix format. Then joined report. Joined report is nothing but just combining summary and matrix report. It displays like this one. Okay, there will be no much difference, and just do some idea on this. Some So here, formula fields are there. Say bucket field. There are two important information. One is add bucket field. What is a bucket field? The bucket field is nothing but, let's say, seeing the student result from 35% to 40% in third class. 35 to 50, that is third class. 50 to 60, second class. Yes, will be first class, right? Above 75%, then it will be distinction, right? So the same way, what we can do is set those values. Those are the ranges, right? So those ranges, if you want to add, those can be added. So there are no number fields. That's why it's not displayed. If you have salaries or something, it displays that. Okay? So bucket field is nothing but combining some range of records into a single value, like first class or second class, third class, something like that's called bucket field. It's formula field. So formula fields are nothing but calculating the values from different fields. Word count, column name, calculations, but now just giving this bucket fill in conditions. Just try this one. Just have an idea what is a bucket fill, okay, formula field, okay, and there are four types of reports. One is regular, then summary, joint reports. Okay, so any questions on this report? You can have filtered conditions, the customer cards you have my customers and other.
Yeah, and
I
is
need to
there
show
any way
report
to
types.
get the
Whenever
deleted records?
deleted records.
Yeah, here
Deleted records, I have
Salesforce.
already told you that it wasn't there, right? It will be in the recycle bin. Just see this.
Okay, no, no. Actually, here the case is, for example, if they deleted some records, so they want that s- summary. Then how can they get?
Cannot get. Or
We
in the
can't get it
database
here.
that can be fetched.
Okay.
Whatever it is in the database, it can be fetched. But you're
Or
asking
else,
whatever
or
you
else,
have.
can we do something like that? For example, we can create one history table. There, whenever we are deleting, can we do one insert to that delete table, that history table,
That
and
is snapshot,
fetch it
man.
from
So
there?
that is snapshot, and that will be the customized code, right? It's
Okay,
not Salesforce out of the box. That will come later. Whatever you need to do
okay,
customization, that we can do.
okay.
So there is one more concept called report type. See, if you see that only the customers fields are there, then this customers fields we are working on. Need some information like get training, under training, how many students are there, I need to get under students, how many payments are there. So get that information. Then what you can do is you can create the report type. Right. So what is a report type? Report type is nothing but just uh, determining the fields, means what are the fields and what are the objects we need to pay while selecting this. Using the report type, you can add different object training we can. trainings is the primary object. The reports. Or else you can create separate folder and create. You can say this, whenever user is selecting this type, find that what are the fields can be displayed. Select students, students, then you can edit the editing layout means you are going to determine that what are the fields displayed when this report type is selected. Last activity data, drag and drop that. Right, you can like this. You can fields and can okay, drag and so just save this. Create new sections also, right? These many fields should be displayed. Just go to the reports. Select that report type. That report type training with students and payments. Select this. Now, by default, name fields will be added here. You can add any number of fields. From student object, you get from payments or the amounts you something like this. Okay. Now, as this is just giving table format, you cannot understand which student is paying. Just go ahead and so in the course name, .NET Salesforce. We have one trainings, and for these two trainings, we have okay, training, student. One. This is, okay. With this user, you can drag and drop type with combined. Okay. Now let's save this one. Right, public reports means it is public report. This is how you can create. It will word count and everything. Okay. So once you create the training, this is how you can build the. Once you build the report, dashboards. Okay. What is a dashboard? Graphical representation of the called as dashboard. Just now you added the chart, right? Same chart is called as dashboard. That dashboard will be can be added on the UI. Just click new dashboard. Okay. So let's say you can have up to three components, three type of tabs or type of points you can add first, and then next there will be another line also if you want drag and drop. Then what table? Source table means what type of data source. Training report. Here I just created one same report. I'm dragging, I only created one report, that's why I'm dragging on all other. But what you can create number of reports and then, okay. So now if you like this, then there will be one more thing, like you know that profiles and permissions, etc. controls the record level access. Let's say I'm the SFDC training user, I'm the administrator, so I will be able to see all the records in the database, right? Then user logs in. So if user is seeing this dashboard as the SFDC training, then the user will be able to see all the records and this number will be given as the constant because all the records. But say there is a thing called run as logged in user. Run logged in user. Okay. Now, if I log in with SFDC test user, and if he doesn't have access for all the trainings, and if he is able to see only one or two records, then those count will be displayed here. This one is called static dashboard, okay, which runs with the only one user. And the second one, when you select the second option, that will be the dynamic dashboard. Okay? Dynamic dashboard means whenever user logs in, based on his permissions and record level access, that reports on dashboards will be displayed. That's called as dynamic dashboard. Static dashboard, dynamic dashboard. This will be asked in the interview question. Is a dynamic dashboard and is a static dashboard. Okay. I'm going to select as run as specified user. This is called static dashboard. Okay. Now save this. Once this dashboard is created, you can say starting colors, ending color, size also, lot of changes. Title also you can add. Save it. So these are the different charts: pie chart, Finner chart, scatter chart. These are the different charts we can have any chart. usually for one report, and we can have one dashboard here. But as we have only one, wanted to test it for all the type of charts, then the ones, and you can have some filters also. Student status, and add also on the dashboard. Right? Usually we don't do this. The important thing is how can we create the dashboard? How we can run the static dashboard, dynamic dashboard. There is another thing is, say, have created this dashboard one folder, dashboard list. You can create folder, new dashboard folder. I want to restrict. See, how can we provide access for the report or dashboard? If users want to run this report or dashboard, they should be able to access it provided for them. How can we provide? To provide the access, have to create folder. If it is reports folder, have to give reports folder. Whatever the name is, they just giving. You can give student report or something else also. Once this is created, folder. This is the report folder. Share option will be there. Share any group. This training, this is the admin. Want to share this report folder to any users, roles and subordinates. So you can do it for the public groups. Then you have this many groups. Share permissions. Whatever the reports you create and keep inside this folder, those reports will be visible to those users. Very important question. How can you provide access reports or dashboards for the users? To answer, the report folder or dashboard folder, then share that folder. Once you share that folder to any group of users, then that will be visible to those users. Those reports which are in that folder, those can be shared to those users. Okay, so this is how we have seen that reports, types, dashboards. So here the interview questions are: what is report type? Then all the different types of reports we have is a bucket field, a formula field. The one reports, in the dashboards, what is a dynamic dashboard? Static dashboard. So the interview. And another one is how can you share the reports or dashboards to the users? Okay. So any questions on this? You should note down all the interview questions clearly. Kriti, how many minutes are there to stop sharing? Will end.